back on you. I mean, obviously he praises you now because he has all this stuff. I mean, you blessed him. But if you take it all away, I'm telling you, Job is just going to curse you to your face. And God said, go ahead. See what happens. Go ahead, see what happens. So it took all this prosperity, fame, success, fortune. Took it all. But Job didn't curse God. What did it say? It said Job bowed down and he worshipped God. Worship God. Wow. Right? So he was prosperous, he was successful, he had fortune, rich man. He's taken all away. Job still worshiped, still praised God. Well, look down chapter 1, verse 18 and 19. And while he was yet speaking, there came also another, and said, thy sons and thy daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. That's all the family. And behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness and smote the four corners of the house, and it fell upon the young men, and they are dead. And I only escaped to tell you. So he didn't only lose his prosperity, but he lost his family. He lost his family. He lost all the material possessions, and he lost all his family. But Job still didn't curse God. Because once again it says that in the ashes and in his mourning, it's a type of mourning, he worshiped God. Worship God. So he lost all that he had. He lost his family. But look at chapter number 2, verse number 7. So when Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his feet unto his crown. And he took him a potsherd to scrape himself withal, and he sat down among the ashes. Once again, he's in mourning again. So they took his prosperity. Satan took his family. And now Satan took his health. Are you getting it? He took all his money. All his possessions, took his family, even took his health. And as even his wife would say, curse God and die. Give up. I mean, why don't you just give up? It's obvious that everything's against you. Why don't you just give up? But if you look down a little further, but he said unto her, verse number 10, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What? Shall we receive good at the hand of our God? And shall we not receive evil? In all this did not Job sin with his lips. He didn't sin. He didn't curse God. That's faith right there. That's faith. All his possessions, everything he had. His family. His health. How would you relate that to us today? Your health, your looks. As you get older, you age. And no matter what surgeries you do or whatever you try to do to stay young, you're going to die. Your health will fail you. Because our body is aging. It's part of life. No matter what you do or how you do to prevent it, it's coming. Okay? It's coming. Your looks, Like I said, the surgeries you try to do to look younger, all these actresses, they do all the surgery so they can look younger. They're still dying on the inside. They're still dying on the inside. Their inside their body's getting older. So they can look as good as they want on the outside, but on the inside they're dying. Okay? But which brings up a question that I have for you guys today. The story of Job, he had everything. He was rich. He had family. He had health. He had what would appear to be all. And if you look down, he even had friends. We don't have time to get into the chapter, but you look at chapter 4, chapter 8, chapter 11. There's 3 friends that he had. Even they said, what sin have you committed in your life? I mean, even his friends had forsaken him. His friends had forsaken him. But Job would not go against God. Would not turn his back on God. So my question to you is, what are you, or what do you would be a better question, what do you have in your life that you're pouring yourself into that your hope is going to complete you? What is the one thing in your life that you're pouring yourself into that you think is going to make everything better? See, Job knew that his prosperity didn't complete him, that his family didn't complete him, that his health didn't complete him, and that his friends didn't complete him. He knew that. And God knew he knew that, and that's why God took it all away. To prove a point. That Job won't curse me, because Job don't put his faith in all this stuff. Job doesn't rely on all this stuff to complete him. All he relies on is his relationship with God. So what are you pouring yourself into? Are you pouring yourself into one day being famous? One day making a fortune? One day being prosperous? To make a name for yourself in the society that we live in? Is that what you're striving for? Because I'm here to tell you that will not complete you.